All right, welcome everybody. Session 59 of Descent into Fernia. Who would like to give a recap?
Well, we started out with Lux turned into a T-Rex, being grappled by some sort of pus monster. That then had like a little zombie follower turn up. But we were able to dispatch them without Lux suffocating to death. We eventually found a little hole in the pus-filled mountain that we're trying to climb. We were able to widen it to get inside. The whole mountain appears to be sort of organic internally. So we were walking up some sort of corridor. I don't know what it is officially, but it basically looks like a fleshy hallway. Things that are coming out of the walls and attacking us. And we discovered that there are these pits that go deeper and deeper into the pustule that we're now crawling through. We were able to defeat the things coming out of the walls. We eventually came to like a cell and had to break our way through a wall to get into a cell where we found 3 adventurers who were all sort of on their last legs. A dragonborn we quickly dispatched, and then an elf and a goblin. The elf was it was like the 3 possible moods. The dragonborn just wanted to die. The elf was just strangely apathetic to the whole situation. Yeah, neither wanting to be killed outright, but also holding out some hope that maybe she'd be rescued or escape in some way, shape, or form. And the goblin, who absolutely wanted to be rescued. And despite the combined medical knowledge of 2 trained doctors, we were unable to free the goblin. And then there was some input from the guy who actually had no medical training whatsoever to maybe not try that. But clearly medical science prevailed, although it was not successful. So we had to leave him behind. We did sort of agree. My character assumed we were lying about taking a message to his parents in Zalargo, as apparently he is the adopted child of gnomes, or they're goblins living in Zalargo. We don't really technically know, but they seem like they had gnome names. And we had just left them behind. We did sort of figure out that what we probably need to do is get to the base of this mountain, which I've been thinking about in like the couple of weeks since, and we climbed a mountain. And now we've got to get to the bottom of the mountain through a series of holes that just descend into the mountain. That's probably going to take us some time, unless we can find a hole that goes like most of the way down. And then there's the problem of stopping before you kill yourself jumping into the hole. But we had just left the goblin and the elf alive, both still sort of half grown into the walls of their cells. And we were headed towards another bifurcating junction in the passageway with a hole separating the 2 paths.
She was Paeli's sister.
That's true.
Yeah.
But my character doesn't know who that is. So.
All right. So, yeah, I don't have anything else to add to that. So, where is it?
We did leave our rope in the hole we widened to get into this place. So hopefully,
yes. Yeah, and you had it anchored to something up there. It wasn't a far drop, I don't think. Like maybe a 10, 15 feet down. So you do see ahead of you a hole going into the ground, and you also know that there is one further back that you had passed.
Oh, and last time, this is just for Frank, I had sent you a whisper about since your character's trained in medicine, I have like an inordinate number of healer's kits that that can. So I figured each weighs like 3 pounds, but I figured I have a magic backpack, so I've been holding on to them.
Okay.
If you want 3, that's 30 uses. And then
Yeah.
once per short rest, people can benefit from the healer's kit. Mike has his own special rule where you
Okay.
can heal 1d6 plus their hit die using a use of the healer's kit if you're trained in medicine.
Yeah, I'll take those. Or how many?
3, so
3 of
30
them?
uses.
Okay.
We
Awesome.
also had a little bit of a retcon at the beginning because we had to put the coin into the bag of holding.
Yes, that's true.
And I put it in there totally successfully, unscathed.
Right.
yeah, with that critically failed Constitution save, I believe.
It was not critically failed. What do you mean?
Was it not? It was very bad though.
It was not critically failed. I would have re-rolled a critical fail. Thank you very much. I'll not be dying today. Not at least on that.
So, you guys are in this scab. Once again, just to kind of set the scene. The floor, the walls, the ceiling, they all appear to be like organic matter, similar to what you might expect if you were walking through large arteries. Although the walls are also lined with organic structures that look like pustules, or some of them might be pulsing. There are veins that run intertwining between some of these things. The floor is a thickly wet and kind of squishy, and from time to time you think you can see things maybe crawling within the flesh of the terrain. It is completely dark except for the light that you are generating. And it is an eerie quiet minus a consistent thumping pulse that you can always hear in the background.
So we press forward then. And if we, I can't see any reason not to descend in any holes that we find, given that we need to get to the bottom of this mountain. Unless we actively see some problem at the bottom of the hole that we'll encounter. We should probably check out the one in front of us. Or if not, go back to the one we had already passed.
Makes sense to me.
Didn't we look down the other one?
Yes, and it looked like it descended 20 feet or so.
I couldn't quite tell if there was any passageways or anything off of that though.
I thought we did see passageways at the bottom of it, but I might be wrong.
You did. I mean, with your limited view, I mean, your the light of your torches only goes so far. But it did look like there was a possibility of further exploration within the previous hole that you looked down.
Unfortunately, there's no way to be certain that any hole we descend into will lead us to a path that gets to the very bottom of this mountain. But we have limited options but to try the paths that are presented to us.
We should at least set up a rope so that if we need to escape back up, there's something that may make it easy. Although I doubt I have my reservations about whether it would stay here. But we can at least try.
Have we had a short rest yet today? Any of them?
I don't
No.
think so.
No, you've not taken any short rests.
Might be worth taking a quick breather before we descend into any of these. Some of us have been hit.
I'm just gonna look over the edge without going down. Do I see anything?
Do you have a torch or are you relying on somebody else's light?
I have dark vision.
Okay. So, as you look down, this
60
This-
feet. Sorry.
yeah, it's plenty. So this hole, it's only about 10 feet down to the next level.
Mhm.
And you can see that in this direction it maintains there's just a dead end. It's just the wall continues down. But it does look like probably going beneath the floor that you're standing on could lead off to somewhere else.
Okay.
I am concerned, given the distance we have to travel, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 feet down. We probably don't have enough rope to simply leave a rope behind every time we descend through one of these holes. We'll probably have to take rope with us. Luckily, Lux can easily leap up the distance of any of the holes we've encountered so far.
That is a good point. Well, that makes Lux the most valuable member of our crew.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, shall we descend then? This place is giving me the creeps already.
Do we want to take a quick breather? Use a hit die or two?
If you want to use a
Yeah.
hit die, I can cast spells to let you use a hit die.
If I only had
If
hit
people,
die.
if people wanted to take a short rest, that's fine. It just doesn't do anything for me. So,
Yeah, I don't know how many key points Lux has used, but
right. If it works for other people, fair enough.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I have one current Moxie, and in order to get them back before short rest, I have to be hit and brought down below half health. So
I mean,
very
I'm
well
pretty,
could happen.
yeah, I'm pretty good, but I'm fine with a short rest if we need it. The only thing I'm down is Pantone just has one breath attack left. So
How is Lux on key points?
I've got 8 of 9.
So, given that we only have 2 short rests a day, it kind of sounds to me like we should probably save it.
Yeah, we're good. I can survive for now.
Well, since
Alright.
this is only 10 feet, would there be a place? Do we see any place we could anchor a rope here if we wanted to?
Not easily, but given the material that makes up this place, it wouldn't be hard to use a piton or something to puncture through it.
Tie it to the goblin. We only need 10 extra feet. There's probably room.
With the way that this hole is, especially if you were to make your way around to this side of it, you can see that it's kind of angled, so the depth here is not quite as far as here. And so you could kind of scooch to the end and then kind of lower yourself down. So you wouldn't even necessarily need a rope to get down. Getting up is going to be a little bit more difficult, but without a rope.
Right. That's what I sort of figured. But I don't recall that it was any easier at the other hole to tie a rope down.
It
Yeah, I
was
said,
about the same.
I say we go this way, just scooch on down.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Uh,
I say
So-
that, but I'm waiting for someone else to go first. 'Cause
yeah,
you
I
don't
was
know
gonna
what's
ask
down
who's
there.
who's going first.
I'll go.
I mean, I would think we should send Lux, since she's the only one of us who can easily leap out of the way if there's something down there.
Sure.
How far does it look down?
10 feet.
Okay.
You want to jump down, Lux?
Yeah,
You ask it like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take a quick look to see if I see anything and then jump down.
So as you look, you don't see anything that would bring any concern to you immediately. It's more the terrain is much similar to what you're already walking in. It's just you can see that the way that the elevation changes, it descends further going in this direction as opposed to this one. So there's the floor is at a incline.
Okay, so if I like jump across, then it will be less of a fall, or is it 10 feet right in front of me?
It's 10 feet right here. It's a little bit shallower up here.
I mean, you have slow
But
fall though.
either way, it's
True.
not going to affect you. If it were a 30-foot drop, I don't think it would affect you.
Okay, all right, well, I'll jump down the 10-foot spot.
Okay. So then put you right up there.
Okay. See if I can find my character here. Okay. Come on back. Come on back.
Do you see yourself?
Yeah, it's just being finicky. Okay, don't move. Stay right there. Okay.
So, the terrain around you, once again, it looks very much the same. There is a slight decline moving to the southward direction. You also notice that there are these ridges that
Mhm.
seem to be ledges, which the drop is unclear from where you are. You need to get up a little bit closer,
Okay.
but it doesn't seem to be that far.
All right. I'm gonna try to move closer to see how far the ledge is.
Okay, so from there you can see that it's about a 10-foot drop here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll just say it goes down further, another 10 feet.
All right, I'm gonna go here and I don't know how far I can get over this way, but jump, climb. How far you said maybe it's less than 10 feet over here?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna. You guys don't even need to make like
Okay.
a check or anything.
Okay. Oop.
Oh, get Pantone over there.
Then I'd follow Melodia.
Okay.
I'm down.
Blade will follow down. Wow, nice.
So could Blade do like a short glide? Like I know we've seen the wings pop out before, but that was for a longer distance thing.
This was like only 10 feet, so I didn't think that he would be gliding like
Yeah,
down.
I'm actually thinking ahead in case we find like a really
Mm.
big thing we have to jump into. I don't know how your gliding works.
um Blades gliding, it's been more flavor than like an actual mechanic.
I see.
So we'll probably see if the gliding makes sense at the time.
Well, wait a minute. You're an envoy, Warforged, right?
Yeah.
What is your internal tool?
It's a thieves tools.
Oh, okay. Um, yeah, I mean, a couple of considerations is the wingspan is quite large. It's probably like a 30-foot wingspan. And so he would need at least that much room.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Like a lot of gliders can't like just do a tight spiral down a hole. So I wasn't sure whether or not he would just go like 20 feet across the hole, hit the wall, and then we all fall.
It's like a paper airplane, just
How big is, or how heavy is this blade?
it's a good question. I'd say Blade is probably like 200 pounds. Like he's not a particularly huge warforged. Because he was designed to be more of a diplomat than somebody who was really racking and packing lots of armor.
Did we, I forget if did we put a rope up or?
No.
No, Lux is going to be our saving grace and jump out and decide whether or not she wants to bring the rest of us out with her.
I just want to add 30-foot
That-
wingspan is good to record because you never know. We might like need a bridge at some point and we'll just stretch you out.
I mean, because I can just like lower people down. It's only like 10 feet or so. That's not a problem. That way, there's no risk of anybody fucking getting hurt.
Well, like with this bridge right here, it's about a 10-foot drop, but once again, you can kind of scuttle off. And I wouldn't even require any checks to be able to get down. Getting up is going to be more difficult, but
All right. So we see this ledge in front of us. Like how is there a drop off between the edge here and like the next?
so yeah, it's about 10 feet right here again. So once again, you could scuttle down pretty easily just by like scooting off, like or lowering yourself by holding onto the ledge and just dropping.
Okay. So Blade will make his way down.
Okay. So as you get closer, this is a ledge that is a bit more steep, about 30 feet. And below, you see this bubbling green fluid. It Doesn't smell very good.
Nothing good ever comes from boiling, bubbling green muck.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is that a ewanism?
Yep.
The Unism truth.
Con-
So,
Ewandros says nothing good.
so from where everybody, well, for Blade, Lux, and Ewan, what you guys being right up at the edge, each of you give me a perception check.
Ooh.
Okay. Sending a message to Blade.
Doesn't seem like there's a path forward down this hole.
It really doesn't.
If there is a, we can see. Well, it does not appear that there is anything on the other side.
Somebody got a light.
I
As I
mean, I think a couple of us are glowing. You've
Yeah.
got luminous tubes.
But I can't throw my luminous tubes across the lake.
Blade, I
That's-
sent you a message.
I see it.
I was just gonna like pull out that old red cap sickle. Somebody light this up.
I'll cast light on the sickle. Dousing light on myself. I'm gonna put light back on myself once this test is over, so I don't know if you need to change it. The light setting yet.
Let's see.
I'm basically gonna throw it to hit the wall on the other side.
Wait. Before you throw,
Roll for initiative? I don't did you tell me in time?
I mean, technically he said wait after you said, and I'm gonna throw it across.
So, Blade, I'll give you a perception check at disadvantage since you were focusing on something else as Ewan was doing that.
yeah, you and are yeah. Oh,
Okay. So you don't see him in time to warn him to stop. And then, Brandon, one, you're putting light on yourself.
No, I'm putting light
Or-
on whatever it is he's throwing. So right now it's on me
Oh,
or on
okay.
my shield. I'm just temporarily putting it on whatever it is he wants to throw so he can see where it lands.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm tossing the old red cap sickle that I stole from the one red cap. I'm
And
just gonna
we're
toss it to where it hits the wall on the other side.
okay. Give me an attack roll to see if it sticks into the wall.
Well, I'm not trying to stick it into the wall, I guess, but
Oh, you're
I'd like
not?
it to- I'd like it to hit the wall and then fall into the acid.
Okay. Give me an
I
attack roll to
assume
see if it
acid.
does
I
that.
don't.
Let's do an attack roll to see if it sticks or not. So you're
Ta-
trying to not have it stick. So
Right.
success would be higher still for that.
Sorry, which one did you want? Attack
So
roll?
attack roll.
Red cap sickle.
Okay. That's good enough to be able to have the effect that you want. So it immediately drops in and begins dissolving, and the magic of the light spell fades.
Oh well.
What did you do that for? Didn't you see the swirling in the water? Or acid?
At
There's
that
something in
point,
there.
at that
I-
point, everybody roll initiative.
Didn't you see Lord of the Rings? Don't you know what happens when you throw shit into the water?
You're full of a
so-
Ewan.
So everybody is surprised this round except for Blade.
Did you see this? Did you see the acid? Of course I saw the acid.
Oh, that's funny. I, as a player, was waiting for the right moment to like interject. But that's okay.
Okay. Everybody is rolled. Oh, you guys can't see the here. So before Blade can react, it appears as if there's a geyser shooting out from the acid. But it seems like the spray is spewed over your heads. Each of you can feel the acid begin to kind of drop around you and on you, and you can feel it kind of burn and sting at your skin. So everybody give me a dexterity saving throw.
Ugh.
Oh my fucking god! An action point.
Yeah, action point for me too.
Yeah, that's fucking better. Dodge the shit out of it.
Okay. So all right. So everybody takes 3 acid damage. 2 if you, or I mean 1 acid damage if you succeeded.
Or if you've got
was the
evasion, you
DC?
take 0.
0.
What's that?
Evasion.
Oh yeah, evasion would be 0.
And what's
if
the
you
DC?
succeeded. It was 15. And then but landing behind you is the remnant of this geyser that takes form and begins swirling about in a like the legs are swirling, not legs, but it's like just one spout of swirling liquid that sprouts 2 arms that swirl about in similar ways, and then a head that seems to form, and it's begins to attack. So it is going to attack the branded one. First attack. 26 hit.
Yes, I'm surprised. It does. Definitely does.
Okay. Oof.
Welcome to the slam.
11 does not hit.
Okay, but it's still max damage, which is 20. And then Blade, you can go, and then it'll be the start of the round again, and then everybody will be able to go.
All right.
So I am instantly below half with that.
What is blade?
I was really surprised because I was like, okay, who's the closest one? Shit, the branded one. I'll never hit the branded one.
Well, if I weren't surprised, you would have only hit me once because I would have cast shield. And then I would have been very disappointed with the crit.
Blade is going to use his bonus action to do insightful fighting,
Okay.
and then I'll make my insight check.
You succeed.
And then I'm going to use my action to throw my pull out the silver throwing dagger and throw it at it.
Okay.
And I get sneak
That's a hit.
attack. Sneak attack is okay. Sneak attack damage. So yeah, 21 piercing. And the dagger flies through the air, penetrating into the ooze, and then it reappears in Blade's hand.
Okay. So as it reappears into your hand, you notice that the dagger is continuing to steam from the corrosive effects of the creature. It's not the dagger is not damaged, but it is possible that prolonged exposure to this acid will cause the damage or the dagger to become damaged.
Ah, shit.
I'm assuming I can't take a reaction if I was surprised.
No.
No, I'm not assuming.
What's that?
I can take a reaction after what's his name got hit.
Blade
Blade. I mean,
or
not Blade,
branded
Brandon one.
If
no.
you're surprised, you don't have a
Ignore that.
reaction.
You don't have a reaction. Okay.
Not till your turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
God damn it.
But now it's back to the top of the round again. Since and now everybody is fully functioning. And the elemental is going to move here. And in doing that is going to use its whelm ability. So each creature in its space has to make a DC 15 strength saving throw.
So can I hit it with is that an attack of opportunity since it moved within 15 feet of me?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's a hit.
All right, and I'm going to do stunning strike. I don't know if you can stun an acid elemental, but I'm about to find out. And that would be radiant damage.
Okay. So then let's see if it is stunned. It is stunned. So as it moves, it is about to use its whelm ability, but it is unable to do so. So your branded one is saved from that effect. What does it look like when you attack it, Lux?
Well, I think she sees the acid like go over her head, and then this thing pops up and then tries to she was gonna hit it and then realized it turned into a creature. And then when it moves across, she kind of flings her fist at it, and like a beam of radiant energy just strikes it and like almost freezes it in place.
All right, so then we have Blade up, Lux on deck, Ewan in the hole.
Blade is going to pull out his. He's gonna pull out his. He's gonna stow his dagger and pull out his crossbow instead, and he's going to shoot a silver bolt at it.
Okay,
I guess before he does that, he's gonna move, try to get some distance between.
so by
Does
move,
that-
oh no, he doesn't have attacks of opportunity because he's stunned, so never mind.
So yeah, he's gonna put some distance between them. That should be, yeah, it's totally fine. And then releases it.
Okay. That's a hit.
And add sneak attack to that.
Okay. Anything else you want to do?
No, that should be it.
Okay. Lux is up, Ewan on deck, Branded one in the hole.
I will attack it from here. 19 radiant damage, second attack, 21, 12 radiant damage.
That is also a hit. You
All right.
are rolling really well. So
And
that's 26.
I get one more attack with my bonus action, correct?
Yep.
Okay. 19.
Also a hit. Anything else you want to do?
Let's see. No, hold on. Okay, I'm going to move. There. Okay.
Okay. It is the end of your turn after your initial stun, so it is no longer stunned.
All right.
Ewan is up, Branded one on deck, Melodia in the hole.
Why is Melodia going after me and Ewan?
I forgot to click on my token when I rolled initiative, so I rolled
Oh.
it very, very late.
So here, let's. Okay,
My first initiative was
Where's-
a lot better, but that's
okay.
fine.
So, Melodia, you're up, Ewan on deck, Branded one in the hole.
Okay. I'm gonna move. I'm pretty sure it's gonna get an attack on me. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still gonna. If it does, does that stop my movement?
No,
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna
as
do
far
that.
as you know,
Uh,
it might
okay.
have sentinel.
I'm going to attempt. How about that? So
Okay,
I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 30.
okay, so that draws an attack of opportunity. I assume a 24 hits,
Yes.
so you take 8 acid damage.
Okay. Okay, and then I am going to. I'll put a hunter's mark on it
Okay.
and take. Is hunter's bonus or is that that's a bonus action, right?
Using the hunter's mark is a bonus action.
Okay, yeah. And then I'm gonna take my 2 shots on it.
Okay.
And that is, I believe that's in there.
That's a hit.
And then
That is also a hit. But it's not applying your
yeah,
hunter's
I
mark
was
damage.
doing it earlier. God damn it.
Do you have it the check mark click?
Yeah. Here. This doesn't count. This is just. See, it works for when I do the favored enemy, the favored one, but let's see if I can just change that really quick.
Hold on. It's because you don't have the damage in there.
Yeah, for Hunter's Mark, it says 1d6
Yeah,
under damage.
but it's not real. That's the example. It's like a faded. You'll notice like the colors. So I'm adding it in there.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so now it should be,
Do you just want to roll 2d6 or
yeah, just roll 2d6.
okay.
Okay. Anything else you want to do? Or is Pantone doing anything?
I think Pantone would go up there and try to bite it. I mean,
Okay.
not sure how effective it's going to be and might end up not going well, but
Like a dog biting at the water coming out of a hose.
yeah, pretty much. Thought I just sheet up 1 second.
But sizzling.
So that is a miss.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope, that is it.
All right. Ewan is up. Brandon one on deck. Monster in the hole.
Yeah, I mean. I think maybe I just throw the boomerang a couple times. I don't want to draw too much attention, so I won't like activate it.
Okay.
So I'll just
So
throw it a couple.
we'll just ignore the thunder damage then.
I could turn it off.
Oh, okay. All right, that's a hit. That's a hit.
And then I will Vegnog, does he have has he taken his reaction this turn? He just had his turn, right?
He has not. I have not taken. Vegnog has not. Or Blade has not taken his reaction.
Then I will use my bonus action to do the commander strike. You could taking a reaction to make an attack against him.
Aye, aye, Captain. As he launches another.
Oof.
A miss.
That's unfortunate.
Anything else, Ewan?
I will move slightly away from this. I'll just go over here.
Okay. Branded one is up. Monster on deck. Blade in the hole.
I disengage and then I move over here. That's my turn.
Okay. Um. Well, Pantone is the closest one. This thing is going to get into Pantone space and then use its Whelm ability. So Pantone has to make a strength saving throw.
I'm gonna use my reaction and punch it.
Okay. That's a hit.
Stunning strike.
Oof.
It's super stunned.
Nice.
Thank you.
Bleep this guy.
So we're gonna say it takes an additional D6 damage anytime it's attacked while it's super stunned.
Okay.
Blade.
Uh, well, just to do something different with my bonus action, I'm going to use my bonus action to vaguely decipher clues. And when I want to look, what I'm going to take a moment to survey the scene, and I'm looking for if there are any environmental things I can use at my advantage. Like if there's like a booger that's about to fall, or something that looks like if we attacked it, it could come down, or
Okay.
so.
Give me an investigation check.
It's not worth
Nothing.
action point.
Nothing that you can notice.
Okay. And that's the case, then I'm gonna shoot another bow or another bolt.
That one hits.
Sneak attack. Oh, good sneak attack damage.
And go ahead and describe the final blow.
Blade lets a bolt loose as it sails through the air and flies, flunks into the creature's head and goes out the back, and sticks into the wall. It's covered with this goo. And the creature begins slowing away as it's slowing away onto the floor. As Pantone is now in a puddle of acid.
You can as Pantone I probably steps out of the puddle. You do notice that the puddle does begin to inch to the edge and eventually slough down back into the pool of acid.
I think we might want to leave.
Agreed. We should never have come here.
Yeah, I'm gonna start moving up here.
All right. So to climb up, you'll need an athletics check.
Okay.
But since you guys have time, or you would normally need an athletics check, but since you guys have time, I know you guys are kind of in a rush, but I'm telling you that nothing is going to immediately attack you as you try
Okay.
to climb. So you don't need to make an athletics check to at this point.
For this one as well.
For this one, the climb is a little bit more, would be a little bit more difficult. So unless Lux wants to jump up and lower a rope and help pull you guys out.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. So easy enough to.
Guess back to door number 1.
It did not look like that chamber connected to whatever chamber this other hole was in.
No, it did not.
Didn't we, from memory, didn't we have those flesh slugs things?
Right here.
Yeah. Those things that burrowed into our everything.
Yeah.
Macrophages.
How are you guys going to deal with the macrophages?
I remember they don't like fire, acid, and I believe ice. But I don't know if that's, I know that's to get them off of you, but I don't know if it's enough to actually stop them. Is there any kind of check I can do from here to try to determine that? Like, I'm sorry, these were like, what were they coming? It was like a fog or mist or something.
They were spraying out of these organic structures that you
Okay.
could just barely see in the distance.
Okay.
You muted.
What happens if we just throw fire at these things from back here? What do they do?
We don't know.
Oh,
It's not tried. It
anybody got fire they can throw?
You hit them with rays of frost, but I don't have anything
And
that would be worth using at the moment that does fire damage.
And so these shot out of these, like almost like I'm envisioning like a nail gun.
No, not like a
Okay.
nail gun. So as you guys got closer, they each sprayed it looked like a mist, but the mist was actually little tiny bodies that were floating in the air and then immediately kind of went in a single direction at each of you. Like they traveled through the air to get in
Okay.
contact with your skin.
I have an idea. Oh, not that, but wind wall.
Can you post
sorry. I'm
You-
clicking on the actual
you-
thing, not the spells. Yeah, sorry.
You can click
Uh,
on show spell description and it'll show it.
There we go. Yeah. I'll figure out one of these times. There we go. So it wouldn't be really thick, but it maybe give us a little protection. I know it's intended for damage, but and to
No,
block
it's
arrows.
It's not intended to for damage.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you could make as an example, you could all right, so you could make it like this, right?
Mhm.
but the wind wall moves in a direction along the wall,
Yeah.
right? Or no, it's a strong wind rises up from the ground.
So vertically.
So, you know, if you did that and you're moving through it as an example, you know, it might block some of them, but not all of them,
Okay.
especially, you know, so yeah, if the geometry of the space was maybe slightly different,
Okay.
and I'm sorry about moving your token like that, Ewan, but I needed an example. Unless you can think of another way to use the spell that would be applicable.
Yeah, I would. Guess I have to read the spell.
Because it's not like
Yeah.
gust of wind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's because it's a very focused
Mm-hmm. No,
spell.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah, it's about all I got outside of running as fast as I can.
If well, I'll give you guys a minute to come up with another plan, and then I'll make a suggestion if needed.
Hmm.
I don't I don't particularly want to go back into the prison and reintroduce myself to the goblin, but it was a dead end on the other end of that room, right?
Yeah.
Just sit down next
Okay,
to the
yeah.
goblin.
Yeah.
We're trapped.
Um, I mean, I have one more breath attack with Pantone, but I mean, it's not that big of a range to do much.
I mean, I could do something similar to what you suggested with a wall of fire that is slightly longer.
Yeah. I mean, this is really, really
Although,
stretching
yeah.
the definition of what the spell is, unless the DM's going to allow me to cast it on a wall and it goes perpendicular. But I don't think that's, and I'm not sure how much that would actually help us.
How high are the ceilings here?
It changes along the line, the path. It's anywhere from 10 feet to 20 feet.
And how tall are these things we're trying to get past?
A couple of them are like person sized. One of them reaches all the way up to the ceiling.
Because I was thinking you could shape all of these wall spells how you want. So, like a different way to do it, it would be more like this around us to create like a safe corridor.
Well, the other thing I was thinking, you have this might be overkill. Do you have that like is it a stone wall? I mean,
Unfortunately, I don't have a spell slot to cast that spell again.
oh, okay.
That's a level higher than Wall of Flame.
Okay. Well, yeah, because I mean, in combination of like Wall of Flame, Wall of Wind, any other kind of walls, we could maybe make a corridor for us. But
Right. Well, I mean, but even with one spell, like you could sort of
Yeah.
loop it back around us.
yeah,
But yeah, the easy way to do it would be one wall on one side of fire, and then
Yeah.
wall of wind on the other side, and then we walk down the middle single file.
What if
I
we
mean,
do we have anything that we can just throw? And the macro
I mean,
will
I could
attack those?
if we back up, I could fireball the hallway, but I don't know that that will kill them. So it may just be wasting a spell to damage them, and then we still face the same problem.
I mean,
Whereas I feel like a wall of fire directed at one of these walls will definitely burn up whatever the macrophages are before they can get to us.
I feel like that wind wall could potentially do something if we can, I don't know. What if you just like what if you just like stuck it on the ceiling and had it blow downwards?
Doesn't blow downwards though.
Yeah.
It
And the
could-
problem is it's only like a small line, or yeah, it's only
So
like a
it-
line. Yeah.
yeah, the way that the spell works is, and you know, either way, if you had it, whatever direction you have the wall facing, it e- the direction of the wind is along the
Uh-huh.
the wall. So
Do
Bec-
oh sorry,
Yeah.
finish up. Yeah.
no, but it's 1 foot thick. So, you know, you could potentially create a wall that like hedges out 1/2 of the corridor, but there's another structure on the other side that also produces these macrophages. Because you could potentially create a barrier, like you
Yeah.
can create a barrier around the one side, but then you still have this guy here,
So here's what I'm saying. though.
or vice versa.
So here's what I'm saying. So, you know, the wall, we think of walls like, you know, like this, but what if we take that wall and we reorient it?
Well, at what point are you going to reorient it? Because you're kind of cutting in the middle of it. So like even if you were to orient it so that it's like kind of cutting through your midsection, let's say, and going perpendicular to the walls of this space, there are still structures above that space and below that space. Now, the
Mhm.
macrophages wouldn't be able to cross the wall, but they can still get to your feet or to your head.
Ankle biters. Do we
I'm just, you know, imagining it just flushing them straight down to the ground before they have a chance to properly latch onto anything.
So gust of wind would be able to do that, but
Yeah.
the way that this wall is, or the way that this spell is described, it's too focused of a line and in a single direction to where it wouldn't be able to blast anything away. It can create a barrier that it can't cross, but it can't blast them away. Not in any, like it can blast a small section of them away, but
I see
not
what-
all of them.
I see what you're meaning.
is there I don't know if there's something I like, is there something I would have noticed the first time we came through here that made these things start spawning? Was it sound? Was it movement? Was it
Pheromones.
yeah, was it us just our presence, or like is there something I would have noticed or I can try to figure out?
Does
Was like
anybody
watching
have keen mind?
I do not.
I would say because of the nature of the situation and how chaotic that was, I don't know that anybody would have been able to take stock well
Okay.
enough to notice that that
Okay.
kind of fine detail,
Okay.
especially not in retrospect.
I mean, do we remember like roughly how much of a distance do we have to shield ourselves from? Because I don't remember. I mean, I remember there was more than one of these things, but was it like?
I think it was just these three, I thought, but I don't remember.
Because
So-
the wall of fire can be 60 feet long, but you can basically shape it. So I could have just 30 feet long of two walls that just come up to a point at near the ceiling, and then we just walk underneath while the heat blazes outward.
That would work.
So kind of like a little gazebo pathway.
Right. Because it's 60 feet long with 20 feet high. I don't, some places it would hit the ceiling, but some places it wouldn't quite. but all the heat is directed outward from the walls. So there's a safe side and a dangerous side.
I would allow that.
This is good thinking. I think I would have a way to pass through this area unaffected, but I would not be able to share that ability with anyone else, unfortunately. At least this gets us all across.
So, Brandon one, go ahead and describe what it looks like as you cast the spell.
So, well, first I would have to get at least a little bit closer to them, which I would do warily. Oops, wrong thing.
Well, but you would need to see. Yeah.
I can't switch the tool that way.
Oh, let me-
So go about there. And then as I begin to
Well-
cast the spell,
That is close enough to activate them. This one. So. Let me just double check. Yeah. So once you would move there. It begins spewing at you.
that's fine,
Um,
because I immediately begin casting my wall of fire around me.
All right, give me a dexterity check to see how quickly you can get it off.
Nice.
Okay. You see it happening, but you're able to cast quicker.
So as you see me making shapes with my hands, you see sheets of flame begin to sort of shoot out from these triangles that I'm making, setting up these two sets of walls that lean into one another in like 10-foot section by 10-foot section, just spreading out over the course of the 30 feet. And then I immediately run in because I see it's spitting stuff at me.
So. Sorry. So once you create this wall of fire in this way, directing the heat at these structures, each of them begins to bubble and char. And you think you hear the sound of squeals. It may be just gas escaping from these organs, or it could be them in pain and suffering. So you guys are welcome to leisurely walk across the area to the destination below.
Blade stops for a moment to just take in the squeals, satisfied, before moving on.
And each one you can see through the fire and some of the edges of the wall that they are spewing macrophages, but they are immediately burning up from the heat of the flames. All right, so here, oh, so here this is the hole is so this is like a floor structure, but this is not a wall going down the length of this hole. There but it descends probably at least 30 feet.
I'm gonna peer over the edge. My dark vision. Do I see anything?
Um. Um, no,
Okay.
you just see the ground and ridges similar to the ones next to the pool of acid, but no
Okay.
pools of acid.
I mean, I tell everyone it looks at least immediately down. It looks clear? Question mark.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here we will need a rope.
Yeah. My rope's at the the first entrance.
So I'll take out my rope. Is there something to tie it to around here?
No, you'd need to anchor it with a piton or something.
Well, I have 10 pitons, so I don't know. I'm not necessarily a climber by nature. If someone else wants to anchor it, it would probably be safer.
Yeah, there's a first time for everything. I say go for it.
I could descend, but usually other people anchor the ropes.
Yeah, I look at your all metal frame. You go last. And I will try to take my little hammer that came with the adventurous kit.
Brand new,
Piton.
shiny.
Yeah. Take the piton, I guess, like into the floor.
Okay.
And then I will try to climb down.
Um,
So how does the
give
floor
me
bleed?
so give me a are you proficient in nature or survival?
Nope.
Okay. So then give me just a wisdom or intelligence check. Okay.
Looks good to me.
Yep.
Yep, that's a knot.
I'm not proficient in survival, so I don't know.
Um,
I'm a city boy.
Frank, I would say your character would have a chance of knowing something here that could
I
be
mean,
helpful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
as the rabbit rounds the tree, because that is apparently the level of knots I know.
so do I roll survival or
Survival or nature.
yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna send you a message.
Yeah, and I would ask Lux to go last so that she can free the piton and bring down the rope.
Okay.
And I guess we established that Pantone can climb ropes. I think
He
that's
has-
what I got down here.
He has wings. He can fly. Just can't carry anyone.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah, what good is he?
So the branded one hammers the piton in. There is a quick gush of blood-like fluid that sprays out in all directions, and probably stains some of your clothes or even gets on some of your faces. It's disgusting, but it's not harmful. And it goes into the flesh very easily.
And Melodia pops a squat and sort of looks at your handiwork as like, I think this went in a little too easily. I'd be a little leery as she's takes the piton with her hand and is just jiggling it around a little bit. And it's just like, not sure how well this is going to last for all of us to get down. I mean, it might manage for 1.5 of us, maybe. So I think we might want to try to anchor this into something of better, or have maybe a couple of us hold it or something.
That makes sense. Although I don't imagine Lux is going to be able to hold it for whoever goes last.
I mean,
I can
Can I
make
probably
can
have-
I try to make a medicine check to find a better spot to secure the piton?
I can make my way.
yeah, and Hawk, this would be a question for you. I mean, would I be able to convince Pantone to do that, to help Lux and hold the rope, both of them, for us to descend? Or is that going to be like above like training for a creature like that?
So go ahead and role play how you would ask Pantone, and I will do a check in the background to see how Pantone responds.
So I'm thinking like I get down eye level and I show Pantone the rope and I bite on the rope and show him and put the rope in front of Pantone and sniffs it, and then I bite on it again, and then he eventually bites on it, and I almost like tug of war a little bit. And then I think after a couple moments he finally understands that, like, okay, now that, and then after much coaxing, I think hopefully he understands that, like, you hang on and you can fly down afterwards.
So Pantone, you play like that, and Pantone's gets very excited
Mhm.
and just wants to play tug of war.
Awesome. Okay.
You're pretty clear that she doesn't understand the task.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Not sure if this plan's gonna work.
I can. All we need to do is get. It sounds like all we need to do is get. I think Lux and I can make our way down, without the help of the rope. So if we can get everyone else down safely, then we can figure our way down. And if it takes 2 of us to hold the rope steady, then we should be good.
While you're saying that, Pantone grabs for the rope and is trying to bite it and play tug of war.
I should have like a toy or something I could like distract him with.
Heavy
Sure.
bugbear.
I mean,
I
you
take out
can
my
easily command Pantone to like heal or whatever. It's just, you know,
Yeah, I
you've
know. Oh,
kind
no,
of
I know,
engaged
I
your
know.
playful side right now.
Yes, yeah. I take my wooden staff and I'm using that as like a little fetching stick and just sort of throwing it just like 5 feet around, just around here, just to distract her a little bit more
Okay.
away from the rope.
She is content and distracted
Okay.
with the staff.
I mean,
As for the branded ones, request of, is there something more firm in here? Not that you can see. I mean, if there were any like bone outcroppings, perhaps, but you don't see anything like that.
is it feasible for Lux and Blade to be able to hold us to go down one at a time?
I mean, what is everybody? So Blade is like 200 pounds of metal.
Yeah.
Blade is almost
Okay.
an anchor unto himself if we go down
Yeah.
one at a time.
Okay.
That's how Blade would. I mean, he's got a 9 strength, so strength is his dump stat. So he would just
Okay.
basically be relying on his weight to kind of keep things steady.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
I would. Go ahead.
Human is also 200 pounds. So
So
Yeah,
the
so that
thing
might be
is, like, I mean, Blade might be able to act as an anchor, but would Blade be able to maintain his grip on the rope with Lux's help for each person? So
I was thinking we just hammer a piton into Blade. Or, tie it around him.
I'm
so
sure it's
that-
only like 1d4 damage.
tie it around him and then have him like lay down so that he doesn't slide as easily. Although I imagine everything's pretty squishy, so he might still slide a bit, especially when if Ewan's going down the rope.
So I
True.
think
30-foot wings, extend your wings to anchor into the walls. Even if you get dragged, your wings are too wide to fit down the hole.
break them.
So I think a person's maximum carry weight is their strength score times 30. Is that right?
That's the
That's their
maximum
push
you can like
drag.
lift or drag
Right.
without moving.
So
270.
15 is your
8
normal maximum
times-
carry weight.
So between Lux and Blade, that would be 510 pounds. So both of them would be straining. I would say that Lux and Blade could have an athletics check to see how well they're able to maintain their grip, but they could conceivably do it.
So technically what we should do is, I mean, it doesn't just have to be those two people. We should lower Ewan down first as the heaviest, other than Blade maybe. And then all of us can grip the rope.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then, we lose one person every time another person has to go down the rope. But we can send the lightest person down last, leaving Blade and Lux, since they can make it down on their own.
I mean, yeah, this is probably the smartest way to go.
Okay. So yeah, who's going down first?
Be Ewan, because we're just going in order of heaviest first.
Okay. So you and you're taking the rope, scaling down.
I'll head down.
Okay. Is this rope knotted or is it just a clean rope?
It's not knotted when I take it out of the bag. People might make sense to knot it because my athletic score is not that good. +0.
Yeah, I would say if it's knotted, then climbing down it or climbing up the rope is something you can do without a check. I think it wouldn't be a hard check, but you would still need to make an athletics check to climb down a rope that's just a clean rope.
I would begin knotting. How much length will we lose putting knots in the rope, I guess is the question, because it's 50 feet otherwise.
Um. That is a good question. Well, we'll say it gives you 30 feet.
A little jump at the end.
Yeah, you'll need a little jump at the end because it looks to be a 30-foot distance just from the edge of the floor to the floor below. So you probably need at least 5-10 feet of slack to hold the rope. And I would say, Melodia, with you being a ranger, that's something that you could probably do fairly quickly and efficiently.
Yeah,
To
I
knot
mean,
the rope.
I'm fine with athletics of going down, but I know branded one's probably not. So that's your call.
Yeah, I would want to knot the rope.
Okay, no, I'll start knotting the rope.
The other option is to tie a loop at the end
Yeah,
for a foot and then just lower somebody. But that is much more difficult for the people that are lowering the person.
and how sharp are the edges?
They're
There's not
not
really a-
sharp.
Okay, that's right. I want to make sure we're not gonna like fray the rope by doing that.
It's all
It's
meat.
unlikely.
Okay. Um, I think with all of us, I vote we do the loop at the bottom. I mean,
Be faster, so that's
it'll be
fine.
faster, and then we'll save more rope for if we need more room later on.
So
We
we'll
good
do
with-
the loop.
Okay.
All right.
By the way, how much other rope do we have?
In-
Something could easily go wrong. I don't know if I'm the last of the rope.
I have rope still.
Is this
Okay.
the entrance right here that we came in?
Probably not that far away from where we
Here.
came in.
Or yeah,
It's
right
down a
right
little further.
Yeah, okay. Because that's where my rope is. So I don't know. I can go grab that if we wanted.
I've got rope too.
Currently, we have rope.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. So Lux, Branded One, Blade, and Melodia are lowering you and down.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Ewan,
Keeping an eye out.
you're in the
I'm in the blank
between
space
space.
between. Yeah. Well, that's terrifying.
And we level up.
Maybe.
So
If I see anything fucking coming at me, I start climbing at her goddamn rope.
okay.
I was thinking you would like look up where we're lowering the rope and you just see the teeth begin to close of this hole.
I was gonna send Pantone down with him. So at least there's two people down there, two
Okay.
things. Not that I need to see what's happening, but just so he has someone else down there just in case.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Pantone can fly, so it makes sense. So the Ewan were and Pantone, that ledge right next to you guys, that is between here and here. That's a 50-foot drop.
Wow. Okay.
And this thing over here. You know,
Yeah,
Oh.
it looks like a mass of mouths and eyes, and
does it seem like it's moving?
it's not moving like in a direction, but it is pulsing,
Undulating?
if you
undulating.
will.
Yes.
Okay, who's next?
I mean, it's probably me.
Okay. In the space between. Sorry, my browser's freezing up a bit. Now, for Blade and Lux to lower Melodia down, I'm gonna say that one of them needs to make an athletics check. They can
The-
do so with advantage because you guys are helping each other, but one
And-
of you is going to need to make that check.
I am only 90 pounds too,
All
so
right. Go Blade.
All right.
Yeah, but they've already been helping with
Yeah,
lowering
okay, yeah.
people, and so they're already tired from that, and they
that's
are
not how
quite
strength
weak.
works.
Okay.
14. It's a respectable.
We got them long muscles. They got the long muscle cells, so they higher
So-
endurance.
So, Blade and Lux are lowering Melodia. Melodia gets about 10 feet down, and suddenly the grip is starting to become fatiguing for the two of them. And it is getting and the forearms begin feeling like they're on fire. For just a moment, you feel like you're about to lose your grasp. Do you do anything in response to this to prevent potential disaster?
Who, me or them?
No. I mean, yeah, you can you feel that it's a rocky ride down for that first 10 feet. And I would say that you can hear Lux and Blade both straining.
I think Blade would, if he felt like, so like the grip is slipping.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stay firm where I am, but I'm gonna like sort of get like a, I guess I don't know what you call it. That like, hey, I'm going to fall. Like you sort of bend your knees, you sort of get ready rather than lock your knees out type thing. So
here's the interesting thing as you look down and your dark vision is a bit closer and a bit clearer. So where you're being lowered, there's a ridge from here on that side to this side is an additional 50-foot drop. So you may land on the good side, but you may tumble into a worse side.
fun.
And you can see that as a potential disaster.
Well, honestly, if that's a 50-foot drop, I probably can't see the bottom of that other side. So it's
No,
just
you
blackness.
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You just know it's far.
yeah. So I would definitely not jump. I'm just sort of bracing and just hoping for the best.
So Blade, Lux, anything that you guys are doing? prior to your grip losing?
I'm gonna take the hide action.
Uh,
No, I don't.
Can't blame me if they can't see me.
I don't think there's anything I have that would prevent this particular avert disaster at the moment. I mean, I could. There are things that I could do to stop myself from going down, but like since the blade, the rope is slipping out of the hands, and we didn't have the foresight to tie knots into it, and hold those knots.
Yeah, you could have had the best of both worlds. You could have tied a little loop on the end and made the knots.
Yeah.
Or just a loop on both ends, one around Blade's leg. One around. That way he has to use the ways he would save himself to prevent this.
Lux, anything that you can think of?
No.
All right.
Stunning strike on Blade so that he can't drop the rope.
All right, so Melodia, you feel your stomach lift into your throat as you begin to fall. Blade, Lux, the loop, the rope escapes your grasp. You can use a reaction to attempt a athletics check to stop it. And how well you do it'll be a kind of a spectrum. There's not a single DC, there's a spectrum to see what the result is.
Are we
Each of you can attempt, or you can have one person attempt with advantage.
Blade, go for it.
I've got a +3 to athletics.
Yeah, that's better than me.
All right. You know, I'm gonna
Loving that spectrum.
I'm gonna action point this. There we
Okay.
go.
All right.
Lux did all the hard work, really.
So the rope, you lose about 15 feet. Melodia, you fall 15 feet before the rope catches once again. So now you are 5 feet above the floor because you were 10 feet down already, plus 15 feet. So you're about 5 feet from it. But the sudden stop does cause you to potentially lose your grip. So now give me an athletics check to try and maintain your grip on the rope.
It's in a loop.
Okay.
Yeah, do I get advantage because I'm in the loop, maybe?
Like,
because I figure my foot's in the loop.
So no, because the loop on your foot could turn into a leg noose, if it were to slip in the right direction.
True.
Yeah. Boom. Whiplash,
True.
whiplash damage. You're done for.
Touche.
I'll
live or die by that 14. I'm gonna stick with it.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
So you do fall on the 30-foot ledge. So you don't go over,
Good.
but you do take the 20 feet of fall damage. So that's 2d6
Okay.
damage. So 8 damage.
Do you want me to move me or
I'm gonna move you.
got it. Okay. So,
Wait, where'd you go?
sorry, I grabbed it. I'll
Where'd
let you do it.
Where are you?
Back
Yeah,
at
I
the
mean,
top
if
of the
you can
hole.
move yourself over there.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't
There
think
you
you could. I thought I had it set where you can't go past the walls, but I guess not. All right, so Lux, Blade, how are you guys getting down? Lux is easy enough. You can just jump down. But Blade, how are you getting down?
Blade pulls out his teleportation dagger, and he just drops it down the hole. And because he can see the bottom, presumably. And as it when
Make sure you don't stab me on the way down.
Yeah,
He
don't
would-
don't throw it
as-
into anybody's head.
he would
As
call
she
out.
tries to get up from prone, dagger in the back.
Yeah, he'd call out, "Bombs away! Stay clear."
Of what?
He wouldn't say. And as he'd hear it like thunk, then he'd activate the teleportation magic and then appear next to all of y'all.
On top of somebody's head.
I guess you don't have to like throw it to, but I kind of like I like the imagery of it anyway.
No, yeah, that's exactly how it's supposed to operate. Wherever it is, wherever you throw it is where you appear.
Yeah.
Oh, what it says.
Yeah. It just says, "Oh, if you're holding it, you can teleport." But that's fine.
All right, so and then I assume Lux, you're just gonna jump down afterwards or at the same
Yeah.
time. So move you both over. So this is 50 feet down from you. So plus side, you have your rope. Downside, you don't have any easy way to get up without Lux jumping up first.
I mean, it's
That's
only
fine.
30
It's safe
feet
up there.
Dagger teleportation can also get another person up there.
True.
Because that worked great.
All right, so you are in another space, and so you have this ledge going down, but before you, you also have this pulsing, undulating mass of flesh and pustules. Looks like there might be a couple of tendrils slithering about it. Not really any focused movement from this thing.
Oh, sorry.
But the eye, it looks like it has eyes, but they're closed. Are you casting healing
No,
spirit?
I am trying to
Oh.
read this and I keep on pushing the wrong buttons.
Okay.
I might be. I'm trying to read it.
So I assume we go down.
That what you guys want to do? Head down?
It's the only way we can go.
No.
Theoretically, you can see if there's something on the other side of this fleshy mound, but
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not a huge
Yeah,
fan of
true.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
If
We're
we're
trying
trying
to
to go
get to the-
downwards.
You could get by on this side or on this side.
Well,
That doesn't seem wise.
I'm sorry. I was reading, so maybe you said this. Does that fleshy mound go all the way up to the ceiling, or is that
No, but it is very tall.
Okay,
Probably
okay.
about 15, 20 feet tall.
okay?
Maybe that's just the person we need to talk to.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, maybe this is the special spot.
We're trying to go downwards anyways, right?
But we're looking for some sort of wound. That we can then do the ritual to, I guess, heal.
This looks like a wound.
That is not what it looks like to me.
Not a tumor.
It looks like a teratoma, yeah, so a very big tumor.
I mean, if someone wants to climb it, go ahead. I'll hit here, see what happens.
I'll hang down off the ledge here. How far down is this ledge again?
50 feet.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Why?
Because I built this dungeon in a mountain and I have to think vertically.
Did you actually like keep track of the amount of footage we have to go down? Because I'd be very impressed.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to probably do some healing before I start doing some more scaling of things. So I can either have a couple potions or some healing kits, or I don't know how everyone else is doing.
I mean, I'm not doing well, but seems like it's probably, from my perspective, worth pushing on.
Yeah.
Still not worth a short rest?
I mean, I still
I'm-
have hit dice that I'm not spending.
Exactly.
The way I'm thinking about it, I'm not like at half resources yet, so it just doesn't seem worth it to me. That said, if other people feel like they get something from it, I'm not opposed.
I have to be
Uh,
hit hard before I can recover some of the stuff that I have.
Yeah, the only thing I'm missing is health right now. So
So even UN really needs another good fight. You just need to, next time we meet an acid
No,
elemental, you just
that's
need
not
to
what I'm
charge,
saying.
charge that shit.
It's not what I'm
You got
saying.
one right in front of you. Just go for it.
I could-
Yeah, go poke the
This is-
bear, see what happens.
I currently have one Moxie. That's it. None of my superiority dice.
That's one more moxie than the enemies have, unless they're also pugilists, and who knows?
But if I'm brought below half my health, I can use a reaction to get my Moxie back.
So everybody just beat you and
Yeah, the scene from Kung Pao. You just need to hit me as hard as you can, and then I will have the power.
So the ledge beyond the 50-foot drop that's in front of us, is that like another 50-foot drop? Is this gonna be?
It's a little beyond what you can see, but it is another drop. You can't see the bottom of that one.
I can tell Pantone to go fly over and check it out.
Okay. Where are you moving, Pantone?
Right there.
Okay. And can Pantone talk?
No, I basically he's gonna go there. I can communicate with him, but I speak Draconic and he speaks Draconic, so and then he'd
Okay.
come back to me.
And what's his intelligence?
Intelligence is 16.
Okay.
And you couldn't explain to him, hold this rope?
I guess not. He rolled. Hawk must have
is-
rolled really bad.
He is he is the smartest member of the party at the
Yeah,
moment.
that was too simplistic. That's the problem. He's like, what? What are you talking about?
Okay, so I made Pantone as a retainer. So Pantone, she can understand certain things, and if she were to do an intelligence check, she might beat all of you. But that doesn't mean she understands what it is that she knows.
I mean,
She
maybe
is
she-
emotional.
I
Emotionally
just picture,
intelligent.
yeah, Melodia is like on the ground, biting a rope, shaking it around. And Tone's rolling her eyes, wondering what the hell she's doing.
All
I mean,
right,
for
but
all we know,
Pantone can. Oh, sorry. What's that?
I was gonna say, for all we know, Pantone could have been like trying to test and like do the force calculations, and like it just looked like she was playing, but we just didn't know.
So Pantone flies back and says to you in Draconic, it's kind of a symbolic language, so it's a few dozen feet, but you don't know with any
Okay.
accuracy what the depth is, but it
Yeah.
is significant.
Okay. So I let everyone know. I don't know exactly, but it is. It's a decent drop coming up. Beyond this one.
Yeah, based on Pantone's response and the way that she measures and conceptualizes distance, because she is not a human
Yeah.
creature. It's anywhere from 20 to 70 feet, probably.
Yeah. So I fear Pantone would say this along the lines like she would end up flying down versus hopping down, and that's about as much as I can sort of gather. But yeah, I relay that to everyone that we're definitely need some more ropes or half ropes, or I know we have some.
My concern is, given the difficulty in lowering you down, that if we have to do this repeatedly, eventually we will very quickly, in fact, be too tired to continue to lower people down.
Yeah. So we have
But
to
perhaps we could do it one more time to get away from whatever that is.
yeah, whatever that thing is. Yeah.
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 I could. There may be enough distance where I could glide down. I do have, like, counts. God, get 5 handles. So I have enough. I have enough love handles to take everyone down. It might be rocky. But we could try it.
You said it was 50 feet down?
For the first
Ye-
one, yeah.
So with the gliding, because gliding, you're always traveling further horizontally than you are vertically, right? So for every foot that you're descending, you're moving maybe 10 feet forward.
Right.
So unless you want to be much more unstable, but then that brings us to that same thing that we mentioned earlier with paper airplane just going.
Yeah. That's why I said it'd be rocky.
Yes, let's
Yeah.
make us more aerodynamic as we fall to the ground. But you would be able, I mean, you could start getting maybe to here with your gliding, but you wouldn't be anywhere near the ground, and you would quickly come to a space that's too short for your wings to get through.
I'm concerned that this hallway that we're looking at could turn or end before you can reach the ground.
It is possible. We'd have to figure, we'd have to navigate. Have to navigate it if that were the case.
And we can't see very far into the distance. Kind of looks like maybe there's a narrowing or an end at the very edge of whatever this light source is. But
Yeah,
it's
you
very
can
hard,
see
it's
that
hard to
it
make out.
narrows. It definitely narrows.
Well, we might have to lower down one more time then.
Possibly 2 more times, or maybe more. And we are sort of hoping that it's not a dead end down there.
I mean, can't the flying thing check that for us?
Yeah, I can send him further.
All
Seemed
right,
like it would be pretty useful.
Yeah, okay, I'll,
go ahead and move Pantone.
okay, and then after a couple moments, he comes back. So I talk to him, and there is another hole up in front. Another hole that descends. And it looks like the passage continues, but he did not continue on beyond the hole. Or maybe it continues, I don't know.
That's what Pantone saw, yeah.
Yeah,
Then
So-
we should let's lower you and down and repeat the process. Although if you don't want to go last,
I'll-
yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I'll go last. I mean, that's. I have faith in them. I mean, it can't happen again, could it?
So
Well, if you're
it
going
i-
last, that means if you're anchoring, you're holding the rope.
Oh no, and not last, because I have no means to get down.
Yeah,
Last person to be lowered.
right. Although Blade can
May-
only do the teleportation trick a couple more times.
Well, and then the other thing is the rope's only now what, 20, probably 8 feet. So it's a 30-foot rope, and we tied a loop at the back, right?
It's a
Oh, no,
50-foot
it
rope.
wasn't-
Oh, it's a
and
50.
we-
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Alright.
it would have been 30 if you had tied knots
Oh,
into it.
okay. Sorry, that was a 30-foot rope. Okay.
But you are accurate. It is a 50-foot rope, and so you need some slack in order to hold it, so it's not going to reach all the way to the bottom.
How does the ground look here? Solid enough
Hmm.
for Piton?
So it's the same consistency as
Okay.
before.
I mean, it doesn't need to reach all the way to the bottom. Just close enough.
Shouldn't
Fully
be really-
comfortable.
Guess same order.
Yep.
All right.
What is the floor made of?
It feels kind of spongy and wet.
I'm assuming like fleshy
Yeah.
jello.
Right.
Yeah,
Probably
I
won't-
mean,
Probably
it-
break our
it-
fall anyway. We might be able to just gummy bear our way down this hallway.
this is just a insane fun house. The world's worst bounce house. All right, so you guys are able to lower Ewan down. Ewan, it's about 10, probably about 10, 15 feet down left that you can jump down. And if you want to give me an athletics check, you can see if you're able to do so safely.
Guess I can try. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, you're able to make it down okay.
It's technically the 18. I do have disadvantage. I'm exhausted.
Thank you for reminding me that the 18 is still sufficient. All right, who's next?
I'm next.
All right. So you guys lower the branded one down, the same situation. So branded one, you'll need to jump down the 10, 15 foot distance.
And I can't parkour this shit.
I would say if you want to use acrobatics, you can use acrobatics. Okay.
I also have disadvantage. I forgot about that.
All right, so you're able to make it down. Now Vegnog and Lux, you begin lowering Melodia down.
I give them a thumbs up while I'm going down. Like, you guys got this.
So the
By this,
two
I
of
mean
you-
me.
Would you
Oh,
hang
for
on, you
Bard-
idiot?
for bardic inspiration now.
We do not give a thumbs up. We're holding the room.
Yeah, they give
Got
a
me right away,
thumbs up.
So very similarly as before, it is causing a large strain on you. This is the 12th time you're doing this, and each time with increasing difficulty. So one of you can roll an athletics check.
Go branded one. I mean, go
Yep.
Blade.
Here we go. That was about as good as last time.
It's on the
Yes, it
spectrum.
was.
Yeah, and it's a little bit more difficult now. So you feel the the rope loosen once more. Is there anything that you guys want to do as you feel yourselves losing the grip again?
I'm gonna spend an action point.
I'm gonna back
Okay.
up.
Backing up is not my style. I'm probably nearby to maybe
Catch-
potentially break some of the fall.
Well, just go with the original, I suppose.
All right.
Is there
So-
anything on the wall I can potentially grab?
Give me a survival check.
Ugh.
As you begin to once more feel yourself falling, you tried to grab onto something on the wall but it's all just so slick and moist that there's not anything that you can really find to hold purchase. Also, I mean, unless you completely let go of the rope, I imagine you're holding with one hand and you're trying to grab on
Yeah.
with
yeah.
the other. So you have even less ability to find anything of note.
Yeah.
Lux and Blade, one of you can make another athletics check to see if you can catch the rope. And
Am I
once
making
more,
it
this is going to
again?
be a spectrum.
This is- it hasn't worked out well yet, but I can do it. See? Blade tries to catch the rope.
Now Lux is helping, so if Lux wanted to use an action point to help, she could.
What would the action point get me?
Another attempt for either you or Blade.
All right, I'll use action point.
Well,
we're gonna
hand,
give
really,
we're gonna give Melodia a complex if she's
hand.
keep doing this.
Really quick, hand. Before you do, what height am I at right now? Ish. Like, did I get any? Am I just 10 feet down, or?
Terminal velocity.
You're falling. It's kind of in process, and that's what we're kind of trying to figure out where you are.
Okay.
All right, Blade. I'll burn an action point.
Okay.
I gotta. Am I retrying it?
Yeah, unless Lux wants to.
No, I'm not gonna roll at disadvantage and for a +1. See, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, it's still not quite enough to grab the rope. So Melodia, you fall. And there's nothing that you can do to stop yourself from falling, unless you have any spells or any resources that you think could help.
Wind wall?
No.
Yeah, I mean,
how far up is she when she starts to fall?
So that's a good question. So based on the athletics check, you're about 20. You got about 20 feet down. So you're falling from an effective height of 30 feet.
I mean, no, that won't work. Never mind.
If you wanted to cast Wind Wall and use an action point, I would allow that to slow your fall.
I mean, I can propose this, but I think this is just ludicrous at this point. It's ensnaring strike, but I don't think that would, because I actually have to hit something. Versus, like, I couldn't. It's actually an attack. Yeah, which
wait.
No, I know.
Okay,
That's why I did not say it.
Listen. Here's what we'll do. You will take your bow. You will shoot yourself in the ankle and anchor yourself
to the
wall.
Yeah, no, I think that makes perfect sense.
Yes.
Yes.
How much damage will you take to avoid this 2d6 fall damage?
Way more than what I would cause. Way more. what would the wind wall and action points get me? 'Cause I'm thinking just taking the 2d6, but
Well, it'd be 3d6 because it's 30 feet.
3d6. Okay.
But you would just use the action point, and that would allow you to change the nature of the wind wall such that you're creating enough of a cushion that it stops the progress of your fall from causing any damage.
I will do that.
Okay.
So I envision that it looks like I just almost make a spiral of this wind wall, almost in like a hypnotic pattern right underneath me, and it forms almost like a jet that just slows me down. I still fall flat on my ass, but just causes no damage. And still hurts. More of my pride than anything else. But yeah, I think that's the best best thing I could do right now.
Okay. So Blade, Lux, you look over expecting the worst, and you see that Melodia has managed to survive fairly unscathed.
I was standing underneath and just got blown away.
What do you wear? If you wear a kilt, it could be like a Marilyn Monroe moment.
Yeah, no, it's all leather.
I was thinking Ewan.
Oh yeah.
The kilt.
Yeah, I don't know about him.
No, there's definitely pants.
I'm so tired. He like peers over the edge. You are very heavy, all of you.
Work out more.
Get good.
Yeah.
Um,
If only D&D characters could just like hit the weight room and boost their strength to 18.
So Blade, did you want to use your dagger again?
Yeah, Blade's gonna use his dagger again.
Okay. And then Lux, it's fairly easy for you to jump down without risking anything,
Okay.
because you ignore the first 45 points of fall damage, so you're not gonna generate that much.
By the way, is that a monk thing that does that, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now this ledge is another 30 feet down.
Well, now actually, I might suggest this is probably the safest spot we're going to have if we wanted to rest.
I was thinking just swan diving over.
Might as well at this point, right? At this point, you gotta be like, are they fucking with me? Because I'm the new guy?
Yeah. Yeah, I vote a rest here, but that's up to everyone. Or a short rest.
Are you guys taking a short rest?
I'm cool with it.
All right.
You should probably use the healer's kit on yourself before
Yeah.
the short rest, since it renews on a short rest.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah.
In fact, if anybody needs healing, might as well use healer's kits because we got a lot of them.
Yeah, is that that's in the rules somewhere, right?
So under house rules, so in the mechanics tab under house rules, you'll see a section for healer's kits.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, number
All right,
8.
so 1d6 plus 4 points in addition to hit point creatures maximum hit die. Okay. No, I
I'll
need to add
take-
that into the.
I'll take some of that. Here's a thought. Could we forego the hit points to remove a level of exhaustion?
No.
So you get back 6 plus your level, so.
This healer's kit doesn't have like caffeine pills in it. Come on.
No.
Fast acting motion.
I did forget. I forgot that I had a bunch of temporary hit points that should have gotten eaten up.
Oh shit! Yeah, so did I.
So does the healer kit is that just like a one use? Oh, I guess I can look at the healer.
It's
That's
right. No, so the healer's kit is 10 uses. It's 3 pounds to carry the kit per kit, but it's 10 uses. But it can only this hit point healing can only work for someone once per short rest or long rest.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I'll
so
take one.
theoretically, if you guys heal, then you short rest, then you can use it again.
Gotcha.
do you have that? Do you have that healer's kit like set up, or how do you roll for that?
Yeah, I just have a macro
Okay.
in the bar below.
How much does it heal again? Hold on. I didn't.
1d it's 1d6 plus 4 plus your hit dice. Your maximum number of hit dice. So I rolled for you and you got 14 back.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Blade could use a little bit. He's down 17.
Yeah, I'll take one. I can, yeah, if I can get one, that'd be great.
You get 16 back, Blade.
Back to full.
And you get 13 back, Lux.
Okay, cool.
No.
Not only that. Brandon one becomes lighter.
I just put the macro in the Zoom chat.
Yeah, you're. Someone's got to eventually walk me through how to actually do that. I have no idea how to do this.
So there's like a little next to the gear wheel in the upper right hand corner.
Oh,
There's like 3 lines and 3 dots that opens up a macros tab.
okay.
And then so you click plus add to create a new macro. And then you just have to give it a name and put this thing I just
Okay.
posted in. And then you just where is it?
Yeah, for right now, I'm just gonna do it with the just the dice roller thing.
That's fine.
I mean, healer's kit was good. I didn't have to use any hit dice.
Anything else people are doing on their short rest?
Yeah,
Blades.
I'm gonna spend a few hit dice.
Also, Melodia, just as a reminder, you're as a ranger, you regain spells on a short rest.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Son of a bitch. Ugh.
Everybody do all the healing and everything they wanted.
Yeah. I will look back up at this cliff we just scaled and say, my calculations are correct and Fantone can check me on them. We have to do this 6,000 more times before we get to the bottom of this mountain.
Oh,
Um, do you know what Pantone's hit dice are, Hawk?
D8s.
D8s? Okay.
But Pantone, as a retainer, I
Retainer.
don't think that she has any hit dice to spend like others. Or yeah, so she doesn't have any hit dice actually. She has 12 hit points, maximum hit points per retainer level. But yeah, so during a short rest, she doesn't really benefit from hit
Okay.
dice.
But I can use a healer's
Yeah.
healer's kit on her. Yeah, okay.
Also, if you're using the healer's kit, it should be 1d6 plus 13 total. Because it's +4 plus your maximum hit dice, which should be 9.
Oh yeah, that's right. So the three of you I used it on got one more hit point. I was adding 8.
All right.
have any of you heard of a creature named Omerta?
Probably not.
Name
Yeah,
sounds
prob-
familiar, but I don't know.
Is
Oh, I
anybody-
remember.
I know who it
right.
is, but
Yeah, I remember the name from a different campaign, but
is anybody here proficient in history?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
hold on. This is going to be one of those secret rolls.
Yeah, I am too.
I can't imagine. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking lucky, but he was not the type.
And you're exhausted, right? You have a level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
I hope I don't know who he is.
Melodia, do you are you exhausted at all?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
mentally scarred. Kind of like Charlie Brown. Don't worry, we'll lower you this time. Don't worry, you'll be all right.
Oh, the
Yeah,
rope.
neither of you are familiar with the name Omerta. Neither of your characters.
Yeah. I have no idea who that is. So.
I had not heard of this creature either.
Why do we ask?
I learned that well, this golden radiant shield you see, well, prior to it being golden and radiant, was inhabited by a creature. And I recently learned its name was Omerta. But it appears to have been burned away by the silver flame. It was an evil thing. So
I'm sure.
this is
I'm sure it's just a point of view.
Actually, let's take a 5-minute break.
sure.
You have time blindness.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys just short rested. The branded one took a potion of vitality, restoring his exhaustion to 0. And you have another 30-foot drop to contend with.
You know, would I guess no one else would really be able to downcline it.
What?
I don't know how much my track record for getting Melodia and Pantone down safely is well, it's not good. We're 0 for 2. Maybe it'd be better if we figured out another someone else another way to lower at least Pantone down.
Well, Pantone's fine. He can just fly.
Melodia, he means.
Yeah.
Then why were we
Melodia.
lowering him? Like it's just like throws his arms.
I mean,
Blade can't tell
no,
the difference between a dragon and a
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
no.
We all look the same.
Would you prefer to try to lower Ewan down? Just you and Lux?
If I wrapped myself in a lot of bedrolls, would that help?
No, but you'd be
Like-
warm.
Okay. It's like an airbag.
Even
Warm.
warmer than it already is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
warmth
Yeah.
isn't a
Yeah.
problem we have.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll just deal with it. I'll help lower people down.
You said this 30-foot drop, this one?
Yeah.
Okay. This one's not as bad. I mean, we don't know what the hole is though, so
I'm going first. I'm gonna stay far away.
I mean, does anyone want to be a giant monkey for an hour?
No.
Because the giant monkey could pretty easily climb these walls and could take somebody with him.
could they fit down that hole right up there though?
I mean, they're not. That hole looks bigger than I'm
Okay.
imagining the giant monkey would
Okay.
be. But I don't know how big the corridors at the bottom might be.
Yeah.
Do you are you as smart as a giant monkey, or
Yes, you're as smart as a giant monkey. Which is surprisingly smart compared to a T-Rex. They're like giant eagle level. But perhaps we just try the rope one more time.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just. I'll do the anchoring.
All right.
I would say even with your exhaustion, given that you're wearing a belt of giant strength, you can easily lower everybody down without a check.
Well, and that's great, but that doesn't lower you down without a check.
No, I know.
No, it does not.
I know.
So we're still
This
left
is-
with the problem of one person has trouble.
Just brace up.
So one person can do it. I'll handle it. That's fine. And I'll just, let me check my, I suddenly wish I would have kept my sickle. Hey, just let me borrow a dagger, or a couple daggers.
Well, you still have your kopeshis, don't you?
Those are fucking swords though, right? I'm gonna use these daggers
They're
to.
swords that are curved in a
I'm digging these daggers into the wall to help slow my fall.
okay. That's what your plan is.
That's the plan.
And in his exhausted brain, this goes brilliantly.
See the link I sent in the meeting earlier. Cue all the blood splatter.
Um,
I mean,
All
I
right.
can let you one
Athletics check,
dagger.
shall
I have a dagger.
Yeah, Blade also has one.
Blade's got a bunch of daggers.
Yeah.
Or a
He
lot of
could
magic
lend.
ones.
He could lend you. He has a couple normal daggers. He can lend them.
I don't need the magical aspect of them. I just, yeah.
Yeah, he hands you a couple standard issue daggers.
Sure.
okay. Give me an athletics check with disadvantage since you're exhausted.
Yep.
Okay. You're able to get down safely. It does, you do feel yourself straining because of, you're not used to holding yourself in this position. And you are exhausted and you feel your muscles just fatigue a little bit more than they normally would as a result. But the daggers easily pierce into the flesh of the wall and they generally hold. Sometimes you slide a little bit with your weight, but the daggers typically do catch. At least for a bit, to where you can kind of, after the first couple that were a little bit more uncontrolled, you were able to kind of get the rhythm and kind of anticipate how the daggers cut into the wall. And so you got pretty effective at it by the time you get down.
Nice. And how much blood is on me?
All the blood. You're soaked. You're absolutely soaked, because it is like each time there's like a powerful spurt.
Yep. I just
And-
walk over to Blade.
And not just necessarily one. Some of them spurt like arterial blood, like pulses.
Mhm.
So
Let's walk over to Blade. Here you go.
You made that look easy.
It wasn't.
also based on how that went, Ewan, that's an effective way to get down. You don't think you'd be able to climb up the same way.
Yeah, too much slippage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
You're muted, Kurt.
Not supposed to be.
Blade
So
is.
what are the
Oh.
odds Ewan has hepatitis now?
Roll me a Constitution save. Let's see if he gets infernal AIDS. Wasn't there actually a TV show, like a zombie TV show, where it was like hepatitis Z?
That does sound familiar.
All right, so you guys come into this area where there is this hole in the ground, much like the others. This particular hole is a 50-foot drop.
There's a path up here, it looks like.
There is a path.
But we need to get down. 50 feet seems like it's a pretty good distance for us.
So there is this path down, and if you do look, it is a flat surface. Oh, wait a minute. I may have forgotten something. Something may be happening. Oh, okay, never mind. But yeah, so below here, you do see that it is a flat ground that kind of goes either in either direction, another tunnel. But it should be noted that the path this way, the path is a gradual decline.
I'm sort of saying we follow the path at least for a little bit and not had great luck with these vertical drops.
Don't know that we've had great luck with the hallways either.
Yeah, true, man.
Going down would be the most effective.
Well, I mean, we're only guessing that we have to. I mean, I'm assuming we have to go down, but
Well, we were told by the
true.
prisoners that
Yeah,
there's a wound at the base of this thing.
yeah.
That's what it's a scab formed around. I've no objection to scouting ahead a bit.
Let's scout that just for a bit. We start making our way towards the path.
that doesn't look good. So
Yeah,
does that look like one of those macrophage things, or is this something else?
It is a very similar structure to the one that released macrophages. It has some differences, but you know, you don't know if that means that it's a separate thing or if it's just a variation.
Maybe we did enough exploring.
mm, you know, Begnog might try to tiptoe and try to sneak his way past, like hugging the wall.
And while he's doing this, I want to Velodi's paying particular attention to how he's doing this. Sound movements, seeing what, if anything, happens with the microphage thing.
Whereas I'm just thinking, hugging the wall, things pop out of these walls.
Links pop out of everything around here.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check, Blade. Okay. So nothing changes so far.
Ugh. Does it look like more macrophage things, but now they're like walls?
Yeah.
Ugh, there are walls of them over past. Those will be much harder to avoid. And Blade's gonna return back to the group. Well, the hole it is.
So, on that note,
The
You-
macrophage things before, sorry. Did they burn up with the wall?
they were charring and bubbling, so they
Yeah.
looked like they were affected by the heat of the wall of fire.
Hmm.
Everybody give me a perception check. Okay. Nobody is prepared.
For the Spanish
Good.
Inquisition.
Is there a reason? Is there a reason you did a persuasion check?
Oh, did I miss? I sure did miss.
Roll it again. No, honestly, roll it again. Okay.
That's bad news. That's fail. If
So-
Melodia failed.
Yeah, it is. So, each of you, before you have any time to react, the walls begin to move, and these things begin to protrude forward, all around you. And unfortunately for Ewan, one of them comes right up from the floor, and tentacles begin wrapping around Ewan before he can react, holding him tight to the floor and actually pulling him down. And it looks like the flesh of this space is giving way to allow Ewan to be pulled through the floor.
Joke's on you. Ewan's into that.
So he's not pulled down into the floor yet, but he is in the process. Everybody roll initiative.
So I have both the feat alert and the sword of warning, which both mean I can't be surprised.
Sword of warning says none of us can be surprised.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were last time.
Yeah, I completely forgot last time. So I wanted to make sure that I remembered this time. So I'm not
Okay.
sure if that changes anything, but
So the problem with the sword of warning
tell.
It
is
ruins the DM's fun.
well, that and I also have the alert feat, which means I can't be surprised.
so the alert feat I'm more apt to allow
Okay.
that, but with the sword of warning being in this place, it would
It's
always be
constant.
going off.
Yeah, that
It
makes
would be
sense. Yeah.
constant, because everything here is danger.
Okay. That makes sense.
Does
What
I said doesn't?
doesn't what?
I said does it?
Oh, does it?
Does it make sense? It warns you against whiplash damage.
That's impossible.
It doesn't mean you can't take whiplash damage. It just warns you against it. It's coming.
Hey, it's coming. Oh,
Nothing
okay,
you can do
thanks.
about it.
All right. So these things all get a turn in before you guys can react. So this one moves forward and attacks Vegnog. First attack. Oh wait, Melodia, you can actually go before they
Okay.
go, because you're not surprised.
I am going to do the ensnaring strike that I was going to do on my ankle on the guy to my southwest.
This guy?
Yes, him. Yeah.
Okay. Strength. Can you post the actual spell?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so before you use a spell, you're using a bonus action to cast it, and you need to make an attack against
Oh,
the
yeah.
creature.
My bad.
So what attack? So you have disadvantage because you're using it within 5 feet of an enemy.
Um. Okay. Yeah. No, I have sharpshooter, but that's long range. Doesn't matter about short range. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So 13. I'm guessing that's a miss.
It actually hits.
Oh, it does. Okay.
So it gets a strength save, which it already rolled. And 14 succeeds.
Okay.
So it takes the damage, but the vines, or
Yeah,
in
don't
this
keep it.
case tendrils, I guess, shrivel away. So
And I'm assuming Pantone doesn't get the alert. That's just me, right?
yeah, that's just
Yeah.
you.
Got it. Okay.
Um, unless there is some ability that allows
No.
Pantone to
Yeah, not yet. Anyways.
benefit from yours.
Nope.
All right. So now these things go. This one moves forward, as mentioned before, and attacks Blade. So first attack, second attack. The first one hit 20.
First one hits.
Okay. So you are grappled. Are you carrying any healing potions?
No.
Okay. And then now that you're grappled, as a bonus action, it uses its subsume ability. So it begins absorbing you. You have to make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw or take the damage.
Yep.
Okay. So it also, it gains, is it the full amount? It gains, so half. So it gains 6 temporary hit points as a result of that. And then this guy squeezes forward because he's an ooze. And he's going to do 1 attack on Blade and 1 attack on Ewan. And 1 misses, I assume. That one hits Ewan.
Yeah, it sure does.
Okay. So now Ewan, you are grappled. And this guy is going to use its subsume ability on you.
This is still the surprise round?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise you would have used your sentinel.
I sure would.
So give me a Constitution save.
I gotta take some damage here right quick. And then the subsume. Do I take the 16 right away or?
No. But now you do. And it gains 8 temporary hit points. And you, even though this thing now has you and is beginning to subsume you, it is moving with you down into the floor. It's not stopping your progress from being pulled down. And then this one is going to attack Pantone. First, do you have any healing potions, Ewan?
I think I used mine already. Yeah, I used mine.
Okay. So these 2 attacks are against Pantone. Hey, get off her! Fucking cat. Hey! All right, so that first one misses, I guess, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's a miss. That's a hit.
Okay. So now Pantone is grappled and is being potentially subsumed. So give me a constitution save for Pantone.
Ugh.
Okay. So that one regains 9.
Thank God temporary hit points don't stack.
They do for these things. It says it.
WTF,
It says it
man.
in the descriptions if you read them.
And you
In- in the
you wrote the
subscriptability.
description.
I did.
If
But-
only.
Dear Jeremy Crawford right now. Get on my DM.
And then this one next to Lux is attacking her. So first attack. Does that hit?
Yep.
So you are grappled. Second attack. Ooh. Is a 17 hit?
No.
Okay, so that is a critical fail. Go ahead and roll a D100.
Boom yow. Take that. Take that with your temporary hit points.
So this one somehow as it strikes you after the first attack, it suddenly quivers and goes limp, like and is kind of gelatinizes into a shorter puddle-ish shape.
This all tracks with life experience.
um and then the other one is going to
But still
move
alive.
up. It is
Yeah,
still
just
alive, it's just unconscious.
Okay.
And then and you are not grappled because it's unconscious now. You're no longer
Okay.
grappled. But let's see if that remains the case. Those both miss. So you remain ungrappled. So now that is the top, back to the top of the round. Ewan, give me a strength saving throw. You muted.
I was just cursing, it's fine.
Do you want to use an action point?
But what if I roll a 1 at some point? Yeah, I'm gonna use it. Oops, shit, I clicked on. I clicked twice on accident.
Did you want to use another action point?
I can't. I don't have another one.
Okay. So now you are pulled up to your neck. So your head is above the ground. And you can see like because I assume you're trying to fight this and you're trying to reach forward. Your arms you can see them below the ground kind of reaching out almost like it's like a plastic sheet and you're trying to push your hands through it, but you're not finding any purchase. So you are currently restrained and So did you have? You're not able to attack because your arms are kind of pinned. But you can. Is there anything that you want to do to attempt to prevent yourself from being dragged down below the floor?
Just try and claw my way out. I don't know. I got a belt of giant strength. I should have enough should be able to outpower these fucking things. Just because I'm rolling shit.
All right, you can use your action to attempt another strength saving throw.
How about
Uh-oh.
that?
You made him angry.
Okay, roll it again. Okay, so you manage to rip your hands out and begin to put them on the floor, and you're beginning to pull yourself up. You're now up to your chest, and the tendrils are continuing to shoot up from the floor and try and wrap around you, and trying to pull you down. But right now, you're able to resist.
Okay.
Melodia, you're up. Lux on deck. Branded, one in the hole.
Can I brace up as a bonus action?
Yeah.
Then I shall.
Okay. You're still considered restrained.
That's yeah, I figured. And
All right. So Melodia is up. Lux on deck. Branded, one in the hole.
I didn't see what happened to that one that fumbled. Did it go unconscious? Is that what happened?
Yeah, it's this one. Let me mark it.
That one? Okay. Um, and what are for Pantone, what are the rules for grapple? Can he perform an action while grappled or no?
Yeah,
is it just-
all grappled. Well, okay. So let's put it up on the screen. Conditions. Grappled. So, this is the effects of grappled. So at the end of Pantone's turn, they can attempt a strength or dexterity saving throw to try and escape the grapple.
Okay, but he
without
still has
using
his,
action. But
Okay.
his speed is 0. He has disadvantage on attack rolls other than the grappler.
okay,
So that's effectively
okay.
what that looks like.
And can I get Melodia to stand here, or is that a non-area on that square?
No, they can
Okay.
stand there.
Okay, I'm gonna stand there and cast Burning Hands on this one.
Okay. Dick Cooper, I swear to fucking God, I will skin you. All right, so cast or dexterity. Yeah, they weren't gonna get that. 19 fire. So it's also going to affect the other one.
Okay, yeah. So, yes,
Yeah,
or
because of
like
its size,
that's
you can. I would say that you can angle it to affect both of them. Without hitting Lux,
okay.
and that one is unconscious, so it automatically fails.
Awesome.
Anything else you want to do?
Melodio's done. Pantone is going to use his last breath attack on the one that's grappling him.
Okay. Can you remove your little
Oh, yeah.
sticks? Yeah, let's see. Okay. All right. So what is Pantone doing?
He's doing his last breath attack on the grappled, the one that's grappling him.
Okay. Wow, it actually made it. So it only takes half damage, right?
I think he keeps on making all the saves. I don't like that one.
So it takes 6 damage. Okay. Anything
then,
else you're doing?
And then is it a strength check to try to break the grapple?
Strength or dexterity save.
A save. Okay.
Your choice.
Yeah. That's the, I mean,
DC 16. So Pantone
Okay.
remains grappled. All right. Lux, you're up. Branded one on deck, blade in the hole.
All right. I'm gonna hit the one that is not unconscious, hopefully. With some radiant damage. 17.
That's a hit. And that one is dead.
All right. Can I see the one that's grappling Ewan?
Yes, you have a few people in your way, but you can see it.
All right. Is there any way I can attack it?
If you can get close enough.
Within 15 feet.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you within 15 feet now?
Should be.
No, you're 20 feet away.
Okay, so all right, so it's technically coming from there to Ewan. Gotcha. I was thinking it was literally underneath him.
Oh, so there is something like grabbing him and pulling him down under the floor that you can't. That is
Okay,
you
okay,
can't
gotcha. All right.
see.
I will attack the one on Pantone then.
Okay,
If I can reach that one. It
That's a hit.
takes, and I will do stunning strike on it.
okay.
Shit, he made it.
Okay.
All right, and I will attack one more time on the one on Pantone.
That's a
Look.
hit.
14 radiant.
And you slash it with your radiant whip that you extend from your fist, cutting it in half and causing it to cinder.
thank you.
Pantone is no longer grappled.
I mean, this might be the quickest way down.
I'm assuming I can move away from this one that's unconscious.
Yes.
So I will move over here.
And I think for that one, for the critical fail, because I don't really describe how it happened. I in my head, as it tried to hit you with the second tentacle, Lux, you managed to dodge it and touch it and imbue it with some of your Kai without having to use a Kai point to cause it to become super stunned.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, well, let's see.
Anything else you wanted to do?
That's right. Those two died, but since I don't get to stack my temporary hit points, Yes. Yeah, I moved. Okay, that's it.
All right.
You start
Brandon
studying
won.
it so you can learn how to stack yours.
Yeah, apparently I need to. Yeah. It's called editing the description. That's what it's called. Figure that out.
Yeah, you know what?
You're muted.
So as my bonus action, I am going to what is it called again? Oh yeah, invoke my penance stare boon, which I haven't used yet. And what you see, if anyone is actually looking at me, is almost like out of my back, you begin to see a ghostly, almost undead looking half image begin to sort of, just the torso and head begin to sort of break out of my back. It then clamps down and bites me on the neck, shaking around violently, stealing away some of my vitality points. But then you see there is like a flare of silver flame around my as it does that. As I also shriek a bit in agony because I was not expecting that. I knew there'd be like some bullshit the guy said about sacrifice for the greater good, but I didn't expect it would be like actual pain. So I basically burn 9 of my vitality points. I took 10 of my
Damn.
vitality points. So that I can get a few more sorcery points.
Okay.
Then I'm going to step here and I'm going to blessed flare this guy.
Okay.
And I'm going to empower that.
Okay. That's a hit.
Empower. Let's see. So 16 radiant damage.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Did you mark down your vitality damage? It's not showing
I
on
did.
your icon.
I don't know why
That's
that
fine.
is.
All right.
I didn't mark it on the token. I marked it on the character sheet.
Okay, as long as you're keeping track of it. All right. Blade, you're up. Monsters on deck, you and in the hole.
All right. Blade is going to he is going to take out the metamorphic dagger and the dagger of throwing or silver throwing, and he's going to stab this swipe of this one.
Okay. That's a hit.
All right. Does 9 damage.
And you learn that this thing is immune to necrotic damage.
Gotcha. Bringing that, I'm going to use my bonus action to back away and disengage.
You're grappled.
Oh, that's right. Could I do an insight? Oh wait, I also get sneak attack on that. Since UN is within 5 feet.
He's not within 5 feet of the creature. He needs to be within 5 feet of your target.
He's within 5 feet of the lower one, the one that's grappling him. Or was it the other one who got hit?
So I thought he was attacking this guy, the one that's grappling him.
I probably misunderstood.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I didn't specify
Okay.
which one. I
Because
was
if you, not that it would matter, but if you were attacking this guy, you would have disadvantage, I believe.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's fine. We can let it lie. Well, if that's the case, then I'm going to I'll just use my insightful fighting. On these creatures. Oof.
So yeah, you're not able to use it on this creature.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. So the one that is attacking Blade is going to continue with the attack. So first attack. Oh wait, Blade, give me a strength or a dexterity save to see if you're still grappled. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter because it would be at the end of your turn and this guy hit.
Yeah.
So
Got away just to get pulled back in.
So I think you're about to be in vitality now.
I am in vitality now.
And unfortunately, because it's got you on the rope, it's gonna continue to press that attack. But miss. But not critically miss. And it's gonna continue with subsume. So give me a Constitution saving throw. All right, so you succeeded when you needed to succeed. So you only take 8 necrotic damage.
All right. It is
And-
looking very beat up.
And this one is going to have one attack, just as it did last time, one attack on you and one attack on Ewan. So the first attack against you.
It's a hit.
All right. So it lashes out one of its tendrils at you, wrapping around your neck and just like wrenching you back and forth, and then it pulls at you, and you can feel something click within you, and suddenly the world goes dark, and Vegnog or Blade is down.
Do I get my sentinel attack on him?
If you can describe how you would attack from your position.
Because yeah, I know I've sort of like been pulling myself up. Like where did you say to about like mid rim,
Yeah.
midriff sort of thing?
Yeah, so like from your nipples down is underneath the floor.
I mean, this thing is kind of a weird, lanky sort of thing. I kind of just imagine reaching out and grabbing a tendril and like just pulling on it. Perhaps like It's kind of looks almost gooey. Maybe I pull a piece of it off as part of my attack. It's an unarmed strike, so
Okay. You are restrained, so it's going to be at disadvantage.
sure.
Okay, so that hits.
Cool.
So. Also, just as a reminder, Dustin,
Mhm.
we have this so that you're still in the game with the spirit points.
That's right. Thank you.
All right, and then so the creature with Ewan attacking it after it has done what it did to Vegnog, once more strikes at you. And it has advantage because you're restrained, right? Restrained has that. Let's see. Attack rolls have advantage against you. So the 24 hits, I assume.
Yeah.
And then it is going to use its subsume ability on you. So give me a constitution save.
Do this damage real quick. Oh my god.
All right, so you take an additional 13 necrotic, and it regains 6 hit points. And DC 10 con save. So let's see if the unconscious one wakes up. It does. So it is awake. It is hungry, but it can't act. And then top of the round, Ewan, give me another strength saving throw.
I don't know why I can't fucking roll these. I got
You
a
have
plus
plus
fucking 9.
So you are back down to you're just having your head above the floor.
Same
And
deal.
it's your turn.
I was gonna try and take a second. Fucking pull myself out.
Okay.
I do it then.
Okay. So once more you manage to win your it's a back and forth between two incredibly strong forces, but you manage to once more rip your body out and begin pressing yourself up to where your chest is now above the floor.
And temporary hit points again, so
Okay. Melodia, you're up. Lux on deck, branded one in the hole.
Am I able to move over a corpse of these things or no? Or is that like difficult terrain or anything?
It's yeah, it
Like-
would be
like-
like
like-
difficult terrain.
Okay. I'm gonna
if you were to
move.
move over.
Yeah, I have. I'm gonna move over here. I have. And
So you were actually this thing has a 10-foot range, so
Oh,
it
it does.
actually
okay.
provokes an attack of opportunity from it.
That's fine. I'll take the attack.
Okay.
Mm.
So not only does it hit, but you're also grappled now, so you can't
No
move,
shit. Okay.
and you take that
I
damage.
forgot about the grapple.
Yeah, we might get to level up twice tonight.
So,
Yeah.
So you take
Okay.
the 22 damage,
Yep.
9 bludgeoning, 13 necrotic, and then you can go, but you can't move.
Okay. Hunter's mark on the one that hit me, and then 2
Okay.
shots. Okay, I think I got this all worked out now. So that is Hunter's. Is this a fiend by chance?
It is not.
Okay. Hey, it worked.
All right, that attack is enough to destroy it.
Thank God.
So you are no longer grappled, so you can move now if you wanted to.
Okay. Yeah, I need to look. mm, mm, mm. Okay. Yeah, so I can't move the Hunter's mark this turn, but I can next turn because that's already used my
Mhm.
bonus action. I am gonna fire my second shot at whatever's grappling Ewan.
Okay.
And I have the sharpshooter feat.
So it ignores cover.
Yeah.
Unless it's total cover. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, ignore the Hunter's mark. Sorry.
And this guy is the one you're
Yeah,
firing at?
that's the one that's grappling Ewan, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
I got the ground grappling.
Yeah,
Can I-
he's kind of being grappled by the ground and the creature.
I mean, can I shoot the one in the ground or no?
No,
Yeah, okay.
that one's not able to be targeted.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you're doing?
No, Pantone is just hunkering down right now.
Wait a minute. Do you
No,
have your longbow damage set right?
Uh,
That's a D6. It should be a D8.
Yeah, it shouldn't just say 1. Hold on.
Oh wait, that's his
Damage.
mark. Oh yeah, 1+4 to, which is text. What? Yeah, that is weird.
Okay, yeah, you have your damage set to
Oh.
1.
oh, that's not good.
No. Okay, it happened again. All right. Okay. Reroll for the damage.
Okay.
Oh man.
Too bad it's not a crit.
Yeah.
All right, so you did 8 damage to the thing. All right, anything else you're doing? Melodia?
Nope, that's it. Sorry.
What about Pantone?
He's just hunkering down. He's very low on HP right now.
Okay. Lux, you're up. Branded one on deck. Monsters in the hole.
All right, so let's see here. So there's 2 up here.
Yeah.
Okay. And where is Vegna? He's on the ground.
Blade is dead.
I mean, Blade. Okay. So like, okay.
But has he been subsumed or is he just laying there?
So the creature is continuing to draw him in and kind of move over him.
Okay. And which one is that?
This one.
Okay. I can't. All right. Hold on. They're whatever. I'm going to try something, but I don't know if it's going to work. But hell, I got to try. All right. I am about 15 feet away. Oh, I can move up another 5 feet. And I will attack that one.
This one.
Yeah, duck Ewan. It takes 10 radiant damage.
I can't. I'm being ducked forcibly.
Oh, okay, good. All right, good.
I'm up to my nipples here.
Yeah.
All right.
And you hear a corporeal voice somewhere. Lux say, "Hit them again, right where it hurts," and you can take an additional action.
Okay. Well. All right.
Limited to an attack, use a cantrip or the dash action.
Okay. Well, I'm going to attack again. That should be a hit. 11 radiant damage.
It's
And
dead.
then, huh?
It's dead.
It's dead. Okay. All right. Hear me out. All right. I am going to use the rest of my movement. So, run up here. And using my my touch of death, since I can't gain any temporary hit points, I will burn an action point to see if I can absorb its energy and put it into Vegnog. To at least give him maybe a roll. I mean, I know I'm hurting our chances of leveling up, but you know.
No.
Um,
This is exactly what action points are for. I'm just trying to figure out.
And it's Vegnog specifically. Blade was fine, but we want Vegnog back.
Well,
Erase all those.
Yeah, ever
Yeah.
since Kurt called me out for dead naming him, motherfucking dead naming him, I was like, Jesus, okay. Never gonna make that mistake again.
I do think it would be funny though if like we erased all of his Blade memories for some reason before bringing him back.
Who is Blade?
Okay. Here's how we'll do it. I will allow you a medicine check. DC 15.
Okay.
If you can do that, the points that you would normally gain from your touch of death would be granted to Vegnog as vitality points.
Right. I guess it's a disadvantage since I'm fatigued, since I've got one level.
I'll let it be a
Straight roll?
regular straight roll.
Okay. All right. Well. All right. Here we go.
Oh.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
So describe what it looks like.
So Lux hits this thing with her radiant damage and then sprints up there and sticks her hand out like almost into the creature, and you can see this essence of the creature coming out. And immediately as she does that, she just slaps it right on Vegnog's chest. And she yells because it like burns her hand. And Vegnog, you got 12 temporary, 12 vitality points.
Now I will say, Lux, you can see this creature. And now that Blade is up, it looks like it's going to be also attacking him.
Okay.
So you still have your bonus action. So you can do that to do another attack against this guy, or do a flurry to do 2 more attacks against him.
Well, I mean, Vegnog.
But yeah, so Blade did give you use some of his spirit points before you did this.
Yes. So I will burn. Okay, I'll burn my bonus action to whack that one.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Might accidentally kill
18.
Blade again.
Okay.
I mean, it's an AC of 8, so it's hard.
Yeah.
It's real hard.
Okay.
Even with a natural 1, you still beat its AC. But yeah, so that is a miss.
Okay.
So, but you have
I got a.
one more attack that you can do.
Okay.
That hits, and that is enough to destroy it. So we're out of rounds, but Ewan is still being pulled beneath the floor. So Ewan, give me another strength saving throw. Okay. So you're able to make a little bit more ground, but now you're getting to the point where you no longer have leverage with your arms because your arms aren't that long. So you're kind of now kind of trying to claw at the floor, I imagine, trying to pull yourself further out of the hole.
Just go one leg at a time.
Grab onto Ewan and pull him.
Okay.
I tell
Give
Eh,
so Lux, you can give me an athletics check. Not bad. Doesn't really help, but not bad.
I'm gonna go over there and help pull as well.
Okay.
can you just like give me the help action so that I have advantage?
So
Cannot, or should I do athletics?
yeah, let you, and you can roll with advantage.
Okay.
And if we're out
Athletics
of
or strength
rounds,
save?
then I cast guidance on you and
Hey, guidance is a skill check. Yeah, I mean that's what I was. Am I doing a strength save again or is it athletics?
No, you can do athletics.
Well, they're the same to me, except if I do the strength save, I don't have disadvantage.
Right, but if you have the guidance, then you can use the D4.
But if I'm getting the advantage just for being helped,
and
Yeah,
I'm
but you get a
not
D4.
negating the disadvantage. I'm just having straight advantage.
yeah, I mean,
I think
I
it's
don't,
better.
I don't believe the help action helps on saving throws.
No, it doesn't.
Or I can just help with athletics if you prefer.
Jeremy Crawford.
Okay, let's do this.
There is some weird thing going on where we're just helping him in the wrong way.
So you guys are able to pull Ewan up, and the tentacles recede back into the floor.
I watch the floor. What does it do?
It just kind of covers over as if nothing was there. Blade, you are currently unconscious, but you are alive.
Factory reset.
I pick Blade up and like move him away from this area,
Where?
like back a little ways where we came from a little bit. Like
Towards the hole.
Yeah. Not
Just
towards whatever the frig that thing is up there.
yeah, not all the way up there. Well, I can't get him all the way up there because it's fucking 30-foot and 50-foot fucking walls. I'm just gonna bring him and lean him up against this wall here.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, not again. The things come out of these walls.
They also come out of the floor, so there's no reason it couldn't come out of these walls.
Looking at the hole, how thick are these floors?
Um,
like floor to ceiling, like the ceiling below us to like this floor? Like how thick are
No,
they?
right. So that's a good question. So it seems like it varies about a foot, sometimes a bit more, sometimes a bit less.
So I ask you, and like when he was getting sucked through, were your feet free when you were down to your neck?
No, I don't think I was.
No.
Okay.
He was whatever was grabbing him had completely enveloped him.
Okay.
No, it was completely holding on to me.
No.
It might have brought me exactly where we want to go, but
Yeah.
I can't guarantee how long that would have taken and if I would have had the breath to stay alive. There's got to be some sort of early warning system against these things.
Some sort of magic item should be invented that
Yeah.
gives you warnings of imminent attack.
Be pretty handy.
So I am going to burn a 3rd level spell slot. Oops, taking it. 1. To cast Aura of Vitality, which I will initially focus on Blade. Of course. You get two vitality back. 7. Another 7. How many was that? 5, 6. There you go. And then the spell runs out.
All right. It's probably puts him back to full.
I forget. I think you add back to vitality first and then carries over.
Yeah, with that it'll put him back to full health.
So at that,
Oh,
sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, like how much over was it, or was it exact?
Hold on. 30, 36, 45. $66. 6 plus 7. 73. Yeah, so I've got it was 22 over. So I got like 6 vitality points to max that out, and then 43 hit points. So yeah, 40.
So yeah, so if you
Yeah,
were that close to full, I probably would have used the last 3 on Ewan.
Okay.
Probably handy.
So you wouldn't be quite at full, but Ewan would get an additional, because Ewan also got pretty beat up.
Yeah.
His nipples were so chafed after coming up and going down and up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
Damage to the luminous tube.
That's right. Tendrils off the tubes, man.
So at that point, let's
That just helped me feel better.
so let's call it there.
As we limp away from the fight.
Yeah. So